Good morning. Good morning and welcome to our ministry moments here at the Everyday Church Chapel, the Second Time Store. And we are going to sing a couple times through on the blessing. Still one of my favorites to do for this kind of situation. We are praying for each other while we sing this. I just think that's just great. So we'll do a couple times through that, and we're going to keep talking about the Lord's Prayer. The Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. The Lord show his favor toward you and give you peace. From the top. The Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord show his favor toward you and give you peace. Amen. Give you peace. So, in Matthew chapter 6, starting in verse 9, we have Jesus giving to the disciples. So anyone who is a Christian, a Christ follower, can follow his example. The model prayer, probably a better way to say it, but we say the Lord's Prayer, and that's fine. And he revolutionizes our understanding of God with the very first word, right? Father. Father of us. Father of us. And we put it in the right perspective. We remember others as we're praying, right? And we begin saying, make your name great. Make your name great in all the earth. The way you want things done, may they be done that way. And that's thy kingdom come and thy will be done. And then on earth as it is in heaven, I mean, the same way you would like it up there, we want it done down here. And then yesterday, well, not yesterday, the day before, I was out. Give us today the things we need today. Give us today the things we need today. You are absolutely invited to ask God to provide for you. First thing, provision. Provide for me. Provide for what I need today. And by extension, provide for what my loved ones need, those around me. I think you pray for everyone that God puts in your path. So that's your neighbors. If you go to school, it's your classmates. It's your work friends and workmates. And so it's really as simple as that. Nothing wrong with praying for the country, praying for other countries. Absolutely. You can keep moving outward as you say the prayer. But always remember, right, God puts people for a purpose in your life. The very next thing Jesus has us pray in the model prayer, he says, forgive us our debts, even as we forgive the debts of others. Now, I say this not meaning to have fun with it, but man, was Jesus right. Man, was Jesus right. The more I press in to a relationship with Jesus, the more I realize how wise he was. Does that make sense? He was the wisest man that ever lived. I don't think of that sometimes because we think of him as the Son of God, and that's true. But while he was a man and he spoke words, human communication, he was the wisest that ever lived. So he says, ask for provision for yourself. The very next thing you need is forgiveness. But to me, the huge revelation is he says you need to ask for yourself to be forgiven equal to how much you need to be forgiven others. Not one over the other. He attaches them on purpose. Not because if you don't do the one, God's not going to be merciful to you. God is merciful. But I need to be forgiving people. One of the hugest problems with this world, period, I'm not overstating it, is people don't forgive each other. Look at hot spots in the world. Look at the Middle East. The Jewish people and the Palestinian people won't forgive each other. They won't. If you ever watched a movie like Hotel Rwanda and found out about the genocide in Rwanda, those two tribes didn't forgive each other. And over at midnight one night, they all decided to start killing each other. Jesus is right on. You need to ask God to forgive you where you have fallen short. And you need an equal measure to be forgiving people. Single biggest mistake I made in early relationships in my life. disastrous mistakes. I didn't forgive. I kind of thought I was. When I was asked, will you forgive me this? I said, okay. And really, I just meant, okay, let's be at peace about it. But I was holding it against them. I want to get better at it. Jesus is so right to put that in the prayer. And it is the exact wording in the Greek is forgive us our debts, not just sins. So that means everywhere we fall short, everywhere we're not at the level we should be. So in my character defects, I need to be forgiven. Forgive me for my short temper. Forgive me for the way I speak to people, right? Forgive me where I've fallen short, and help me forgive everyone else where they fall short, because we all fall short. And for me, that second half of that has become so powerful. I do need to be forgiven every day. Don't get me wrong. But I'm putting a lot of effort into being more forgiving and not holding things against people. It's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful way to live, actually. It is what God intends for us. He wants to forgive us.